Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video. It's currently 5 to 7 in the morning and we're still in the hotel, which you might have seen in the last video. It's actually called the MGM Hotel and it's right over here on the west coast, folks. Look at that view out the window. There's the old Land Rover. But today's a special video because once I've gone and had breakfast, we're hitting the road and we're going to get on the ferry to Islay, folks. It's so exciting. So cool. But yeah, let's get on with it, folks. This is my little single room here I've been sleeping in and it's been great. So this is what our hotel for the first night looked like on the outside, folks. Look at it, MGM Muthu Dalmali Hotel. And this is the place. Quite a cool old place, like. And yeah, it was fine. It was a cool place inside. Anyway folks, we better go and check out, give the key back for the room. And yeah, we'll update you. We'll probably be next to the ferry port or something next time I update the video. This is actually in Ferry we're in now, folks, and look at these old buildings. This is incredible. It's like travelling back in time coming to these wee towns. Look at this, the Ferry jail. Is that not the place that GKR told us to stop in by? Look at it, these locks just wrap around the whole thing. Folks, this is the Islay ferry port we're on. We've just made it. And look at this is what it looks like. It's not the Islay, it's the Craig ferry port. Takes you to Islay. Look at this, folks, this incoming ferry here is our ferry to the island. So exciting. Look, we're in this row of traffic here waiting to get on the ferry. We're in row number 1 with the old Landy. And look, there's all these cars ready to get on. Once everybody's unloaded for the ferry. It's quite cool. Look at this, folks, the front of the ferry opens up. So I think you can drive on the front and drive off the back, or vice versa. The ship's called the Hebridean Isles. That's where we're going. Look at it, staying a handbrake turn. So cool. It's massive.
Overdrive it here, that's what it was. Maybe got a knock when I was taking your seat out. Maybe.
This is so cool, folks. We're boarding the ship. Ferry, we'll call it. The Hebridean Isles. Look, that whisky trailer's going on. Bruichladdich. Progressive Hebridean Distillers. The true spirit of the Glen. A whisky. Is that a Honda there? A little Honda Jazz?
I think it is.
Oh, I like a Honda Jazz on this channel, folks. Look at that, that truck's away and we are the empty bottles ready to be filled up. That front bit must have some good seals on it. I wouldn't want to be stopped like that with 2 wheels on and 2 wheels off, in case it starts moving around or something.
Interesting for peel grip on this. Crosswise on over, came for grip on metal.
I should have skated over the edge.
Sweet.
Look at this, here we are. Yes, folks, we're actually going on to the ship right now. This is incredible. We've made it onto the ship, folks. I'll update you in a minute once we get sorted out. Look at this, folks, we're on the boat. We're out here next to this big chimney stack. That's the exhaust. This is the back of the boat at this end here. So cool, folks. Look at these lifeboats. Thing is, this is a nice little spot. Look at this, folks, loads of wee spots to sit all around the boat. This is a lifeboat. What's inside it? Some oars up there for rowing your way out of a sticky situation, folks. If the ship engine stops working, you hit to row it. We need to go and get a cup of coffee, but then maybe they didn't hit yet. Maybe we hit to get going before you get a coffee. There we are, folks. I just heard the engine firing up. The engine just fired up, folks. How exciting. Look, there's where we were a minute ago, parked over there. Everybody's on. Look at this balcony here, this is incredible. So cool, folks. Real shipping adventures.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Caledonian McBride vessel. Please listen very carefully to all emergency signal consisting of 7 or more short blasts, followed by one prolonged blast on the ship's whistle, alarm bell, around the vessel. The vessel was fitted with lifeboats, life rafts, life buoys and other buoyant apparatus, all of which can be manually launched or will float free in the event of the ship sinking. The vessel is also equipped with sufficient life jackets, with donning instructions provided for all on board. In the unlikely event of an emergency requiring evacuation, you will be instructed by the master to proceed to the nearest muster station. Muster stations can be identified by a square green and white sign depicting a family group. At the muster station, if necessary,
Pulling on the ropes here, folks.
with a life jacket and to mind them as required. At all times, how and follow the instructions from the members at your muster station.
That's it, folks. The ship's moving. I can feel it. Look at it, we're moving. These boys must have a nightmare keeping all the ropes for tangling. Oh, we're fairly going now, folks. Look at this landscape we're in. Now we're sailing, folks. There's the captain's seat up there. This is so cool. This is where I wanted to be on the boat, out the front. Look, here's the boys. Look how quick we're going. We're fairly shifting. Wow, it's total crushing that bitty in there. Look at that, these boys have probably launched 100 boats in their day, maybe more. Three ferries a day. Just reversing out of the harbour right now. All the team here's gone down somewhere else. I'm not sure what they do now. They've just pulled in all the anchors. Look at this, we're motoring backwards right now. This is so cool. Look at this old harbour takes. Boy, some bits of this could be ancient. Folks, we're actually going towards that high speed. Look at this, we're about to hit it. Oh, we've just hit it. We've just hit the edge, folks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Hebrides announced for a sailing support ASCII. Your information, the Manners Cafeteria in Deck 4 is now open. The sail hot. Scottish Southern filled rolls, light snacks, teas, coffees, and a selection of soft drinks. The coffee cabin at the forward end of Deck 4 is also open. Serving coffees, specialty teas, alcoholic beverages, light snacks and soft drinks. Face coverings must be worn when placing an order, and please note, only credit card payments are accepted at this time. Passengers are asked to dispose of all food packaging and bins provided.
We got a cup of coffee, folks.
During the current situation, please be advised that Carlisle ferries are taking all reasonable precautions to ensure that coronavirus illness and infection does not spread on board our vessels. These precautions include the regular cleaning of frequently touched surfaces, including handrails, door handles and tables. And also making
Yes,
sure
folks.
that our toilets are
We're away
well
from the harbour now.
The kindly ask that you continue washing your hands frequently and using the hand
It's a way to
sanitizer
start turning the
provided.
tail around now, and then we'll
Please
head
cover your
out that
mouth and
way.
nose with a tissue or your bent elbow when you cough or sneeze. When you're used tissue and you're done immediately, washing your hands. Face coverings must be worn whenever you're within the antenna hours of the ship, unless you're eating or drinking. Also, please respect others and maintain a social distance of at least 1 metre. Finally, if you require any further information or help, please don't hesitate to contact any member of our onboard services team.
Goodbye at the mainland, folks. This is cool. Mainland Scotland right there, just disappearing. This is so cool, folks. The nose of the ship's starting to turn. This is crazy, folks. We're steering out into this open water over here. Look, I can actually hear like an engine down here. Look how much water is there, it's getting displaced. Crazy, folks. Anyway, I'll update you in a wee while. This is our ferry out here. This is where we're staying, around here somewhere. Like, this ship was launched by Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent. Cochrane Shipbuilders, Shelby, Yorkshire, 1985. This ship is 2 years older than me. This ship is 36 years old, folks.
1 year newer than me.
Yeah, we're on deck 5. Look out the window how quick we're going to. I'll get that on video. Look at it, we're proper motoring. Oh look, the lifeboats have got a wee propeller on them. Must be engines. Look at this, folks, we're shipping. We're pirates. What did you say the name of that island over there was? How many knots is that AKR?
I think the chap's like 15.
17 mile an hour?
It's
It's
miles an
15
hour, yeah.
knots.
Yeah.
That's so cool. 17 miles an hour, folks. The Fortune Major would be overtaking us. And what's this island over here?
Slightly quicker. Giga.
The island of Giga over here, folks. Beautiful little Scottish island. Then up ahead, I think we can see the Isle of Islay, the Isle of Jura on the horizon. It's so cool looking out ahead of the boat here like this, into between the two islands of Islay and Jura. And we're just out here on the open water, folks. It's so cool. We've got the Scotland flag here at the front. These boys are out painting the stuff here, constantly maintaining the boats. Since 1985 this has been out on the sea, getting battered by the weather. It's incredible. So this bit of sea we're in here, it's totally filled with jellyfish. But this is actually an interesting bit of sea here, because on the military maps, if you look at that, this is actually a submarine training area here all the way around. This is is where the British military trained with their submarines, all the way around this whole bit of sea here. So pretty much there could be British submarines under us right now, kicking about, monitoring us, practicing. I'm seeing tons of jellyfish down there too. So this is the Isle of Islay in front of us, folks. I can see a cool lighthouse in the middle. That end of it there looks like the coolest end to explore. It just looks like wild, rugged hilltops. And I'm just keeping an eye out for any like military defences and stuff on the coast as we go past. Looks like there's something on that wee island in the middle. I would have thought, since this is where they do their submarine training, I would have thought they would have had some little military locations around the place. If there is anything, we'll go and explore it on this holiday. Land ahoy! We can see the land, folks. The land of Islay. We've come all the way from Glen Isle to the Isle of Islay. Incredible. And then look at this, it's a vast, vast seascape. Looks like the boat's coming in here and then going up there between Jura and Islay. Our house must be over there somewhere, you reckon, AKR? We're now joined on the top deck by AKR here, channel historian. We've both got matching masks. These are like exclusive masks, you'll not see anyone else with these on, like. Should have been wakeboarding out there, folks, behind the ferry. Could have thrown a rope down and done some wakeboarding. Wow, this looks like a small island to the distance. When you get nearer you realise it's massive. It's just we were really far away. The boy here's getting the ropes ready for tying it up to the harbour wall. And then look at this, there's a cool little white lighthouse on the coast. The cove. The coastline's just beautiful.
And the wind's something died down.
Yeah, there's no wind at all. The flag stopped fluttering. Look at this, folks, we're rolling up on Ashkeg here. This is a little harbour, we're away to moor next to this massive harbour, which is tiny. There's a lifeboat. It's quite a busy little town. That's such a nice little house there. I wonder how long it'd be before you got bored of looking at boats. This is the little ferry to Jura here, folks, the little one. We might be on that in a couple of days. Maybe. As long as the seas aren't. Look at the cannon. Amazing. Wow. Real adventures right here on the channel, folks. Let's go. We're returning the vehicles, folks.
Travelling with Caledonian McBrain.
Caledonian McBrain, shout out. If you work on this boat, give yourself a shout out. Big up. Big up Caledonian McBrain. If that's you up there with the walkie-talkie, shout out to you. We're returning back, folks, to the Land Rover. From one classic vehicle to another. From a classic boat to a classic Land Rover. so many barnacles stuck to that, it's crazy. That's it now folks, the ramp on the boat is going down. They could leave it up a bit and we'll get air when we go off. Look at this. I wonder what those big grey bits is for up there. Is that... Can they maybe extend it further out if the tide's out? So the boat doesn't need to come so far out?
Different heights maybe.
Maybe.
If the tide's up or down maybe.
Look, there's the whisky lorry, look. Right now we are actually on Islay. We've made it! We've made it to Islay, folks.
Well, a couple of feet there.
Welcome to our holiday. This was crazy. The whole of the world's here in this little camera, looking, watching us on our holiday here. If we're still got Anne in the back, we do. This is crazy, folks. Real holiday adventures right here. Here we go. We're moving. Cheers. Here we are, look, we're driving on Islay, folks. Wow, look, we're over the top of the sea. There's the little ferry to Jura. We've got a wave there, folks. Pretty cool. Look at this. Look at the character of this little place. Like Askeg stores, post office. Harbourside self-catering, like a bit of a little self-catering place. And all this looks like it's recently been blasted out and machined. I wonder what the road looked like down here for. Oh aye. So this is it, we've waited for ages folks, and now we've made it to the Isle of Islay. This is actually a different port to what we're going to be sailing out of in a week's time. Look at this massive cliff. Must have been freshly blasted.
Well, a lot of the day to spend yet, so.
Yeah. Wow, look at this road, eh? What?
I think what they've done is they've blasted out the whole like new bit for the cars all waiting in the lorries.
Oh, aye.
I think that's what that is.
Right folks, I'll end this first video here. You've seen our ferry crossing Islay. We're now on the beautiful Isle of Islay out here. And look, we're right next to the Bowmore distillery. You can see the black light on the wall, on top of the whitewash. That's what they do here on the island, so that passing boats and ships can see what distillery it is. Quite cool. Anyway folks, I'll end this one here. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one very soon.